Hey, horror fans, welcome back to GloomGuides. Tonight, we've got a terrifying story that'll make you rethink late-night drives. It's called My Car Broke Down on a Lonely Alabama Road. Something was watching. Grab a blanket, hit that like button, and subscribe for more creepy tales. Let's get started. Samir, a 22-year-old college student, was driving home to Mobile, Alabama. After visiting his cousin in Montgomery, it was past midnight, and he chose a quiet back road to save time. No houses, no streetlights, just trees and thick fog. His old car rattled along, the radio playing static. Suddenly, the engine coughed and died. Samir cursed, pulling over to the side. He tried starting it again. Nothing. His phone, no signal. He stepped out, flashlight in hand, to check the hood. The air was cold, too cold for a summer night. Crickets chirped loudly, but then they stopped. Dead silence. Samir's heart raced. He heard a rustle in the woods nearby. Just an animal. He whispered to himself, but then a twig snapped loud close. He swung his flashlight toward the trees. Nothing but darkness. Back in the car, he locked the doors. The silence felt heavy, like someone was watching. He glanced at the rearview mirror and froze. A shadow stood at the edge of the woods, tall, thin, motionless. Samir blinked. It was gone. Was he imagining things? Samir's hands shook as he stared into the darkness. The shadow was gone, but the uneasy feeling stayed. He tried his phone again, still no signal. The air inside the car felt colder now, like someone had opened a window. He checked. All windows were shut. Then he heard a whisper. Samir. It was faint, like it came from far away. He looked around, heart pounding. Nobody was there. The whisper came again, louder. Why are you here, Samir? It sounded like it was right outside the car. He gripped the steering wheel, telling himself it was just his mind playing tricks. He turned on the radio to drown out the silence. Static. But through the static, he heard his name again, clear as day. Samir. He switched it off, breathing hard. The whispers didn't stop. They grew into a chorus, circling the car, saying his name over and over. He looked out the window. The shadow was back, closer now, standing just beyond the car's hood. Its shape wasn't right, too tall, too thin, with arms that seemed to twist. Samir slammed the car horn, hoping to scare it away. The shadow didn't move. Samir's flashlight flickered as he pointed it at the shadow. For a moment, he saw eyes bright, glowing like an animal's, but wrong. They stared right at him. He screamed and dropped the flashlight. The car's dashboard lights blinked on and off. He tried the engine again. Nothing. The whispers turned into a low growl, vibrating through the car. Samir grabbed his phone to record, to prove he wasn't crazy. The screen glitched, then went black. The battery was dead. Even though it was fully charged an hour ago, the shadow moved closer. Samir could hear something scratching the car door, slow, deliberate scratches. He yelled, "Leave me alone." The scratching stopped. Silence. Then a loud bang on the roof, like something heavy landed on it. Samir ducked, covering his head. The car shook. He peeked up. The shadow was gone. But now he saw footprints in the dirt outside, long, thin, not human. They led into the woods. Samir's stomach twisted. He didn't want to stay, but he couldn't leave. The car wouldn't start, and the woods felt alive, watching him. Samir sat frozen, clutching the steering wheel. The air was so cold he could see his breath. He checked the windows again, locked. Then he noticed something on the passenger seat. A piece of paper, crumpled and yellowed. That wasn't there before. With trembling hands, he picked it up. Scrawled in messy handwriting were the words, "Don't look at it. It sees you." Samir dropped the note, his heart racing. Who left it? How did it get here? He looked outside. The shadow was back, standing in the middle of the road now, its glowing eyes locked on him. The growling started again, louder, angrier. He tried the engine one more time. It sputtered but didn't start. The shadow took a step closer. Samir panicked, grabbing a wrench from the glove box. If that thing came for him, he'd fight. But deep down, he knew a wrench wouldn't help. Suddenly, headlights appeared in the distance. A truck. Samir honked and flashed his lights, desperate for help. The shadow vanished. The truck slowed down and an old man leaned out. "You okay, kid?" he asked, his voice shaky. The old man, with a weathered face and gray beard, looked nervous. "You shouldn't be here," he said. "This road ain't safe at night." Samir explained his car broke down. The man glanced at the woods, then back at Samir. "Get in. I'll take you to town." Samir hesitated. The man seemed scared, not dangerous, but something felt off. Still, staying wasn't an option. He grabbed his bag and climbed into the truck. The man drove in silence, his eyes darting to the trees. Samir asked, "What's wrong with this road?" The man gripped the wheel tighter. "Folks disappear here," he said. "They say something lives in the woods, something old. It watches. It knows your name." Samir's blood ran cold. He told the man about the shadow and whispers. The man's face paled. "You saw it," he whispered. "Then it's already chosen you." Before Samir could ask what that meant, the truck's radio crackled. A voice came through. "Samir." The man slammed the radio off, muttering, "Not again." Samir demanded answers. The man sighed. "My name's Earl. Years ago, my brother disappeared on this road. Left his car, just like yours. Found a note in it. Don't look at it. I've been driving this road ever since, looking for him. Sometimes I hear his voice, calling my name." Earl pulled out an old photo from his pocket. It showed him and his brother, standing by a Samir's car. "That's impossible," Samir said. "This is my car." Earl shook his head. "That thing in the woods, it plays tricks, makes you see what it wants." The truck hit a bump, and the photo fell. When Samir picked it up, the image had changed. It was him, standing alone by the car, with glowing eyes in the background. He dropped it, gasping. Earl's voice trembled. "It's marking you. It won't let you leave." The truck's engine sputtered. Earl cursed. The headlights flickered. In the darkness ahead, the shadow stood in the road, its eyes glowing brighter than ever. Earl floored the gas, swerving around the shadow. "Hold on," he yelled. The truck roared forward. But the shadow didn't chase, it just watched. Samir's heart pounded as the whispers returned, louder, inside the truck now. "You can't run." "Samir." The road seemed to stretch forever. Trees blurred past, their branches looking like claws. Earl's hands shook. "It's messing with us," he said. "This road don't end unless it lets you go." Samir noticed the scratches on the truck's doors, fresh, deep, like the ones on his car. Suddenly, the shadow appeared in the middle of the road. Earl swerved, and the truck skidded into a ditch. The engine died. Silence. The shadow was gone, but the air felt wrong, like it was pressing down on them. Samir whispered, "What does it want?" Earl's eyes were wide. "Your fear, your soul." Samir and Earl climbed out of the truck, shaking. The woods were quiet now, but the shadow's presence lingered. Earl handed Samir a small cross necklace. "It's all I got. Might help." Samir clutched it, not sure if he believed, but desperate for anything. They started walking toward town, staying close. The fog lifted slightly, and Samir saw a sign, "Mobile, 5 miles." Hope surged. But then, the whispers returned, louder, angrier. The shadow appeared behind them, closer than ever. Samir didn't look back. He remembered the note. "Don't look at it." They ran, the shadow's growls echoing. Samir's legs burned, but he kept going. The cross felt warm in his hand. As dawn broke, the whispers faded. They reached the edge of town. Panting, the shadow was gone. Earl looked at Samir. "You got lucky." Most don't. Samir never drove that road again. But sometimes, late at night, he hears a whisper, "Samir."